Hello, I'm Lloyd and thanks for joining me today watching this time-lapse colorization that I did a few days ago. This is my first time doing an audio commentary, so bear with me. Right now, what I'm doing is getting all my color references together, and I usually work in Pinterest, sourcing stuff from all over the web. I tend to jump around whenever I work to keep me sane, so I've decided to start off with one of the harder things in this image, which are these fruit cans. Del Monte obviously is a pretty famous brand, and it wasn't too difficult to find some of the authentic 1940 cans that they had in stock at the time. This is actually a really interesting image because I don't usually get to have a genuine color reference, and he managed to take quite a few genuine color photographs which have become pretty iconic. I'm really fascinated by the design of tobacco advertising. I mean, they're all really garish and they all look exactly the same. So what you can see me here doing is I'm blocking in the face and some of the details on this Avalon cigarettes advertisement. So you can see I'm actually using and sampling off the genuine color image, but I still have to fill in the face as if it was a real face. And it wasn't too difficult to find color references for all the cigarette brands, although I couldn't find the exact advert. Well, thankfully we do have the color reference, so I know what I'm looking at is going to be pretty much an exact match. I usually get my color references from everywhere from eBay to other auction houses, collectors' websites, or even just doing a simple Google search. And I use Pinterest to sort of organize everything together, so I only have to look at one thing. Prince Albert Tobacco is a tobacco brand that was produced in North Carolina by the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company. I find it interesting that Edward VII, then known as Prince Albert before he became king, features on the cover. He's actually the son of Queen Victoria. So we're pretty lucky with this photograph because a lot of the details stand up, there's a lot of good contrast, and so if you're using Photoshop, I use something called an alpha channel to help me increase the contrast further so I can effectively create really effective layer masks to put in the color quite quickly instead of having to do every single letter by hand, which can get quite tedious. Here I'm working on the other adverts, and you know, the film doesn't really pick up lots of the vibrant colours, so I've got to adjust them in post-production. Reflections are really hard as well. You know, you've got to have an idea of what everything is reflecting off in order to do a realistic reflection. I'm just finishing off the cans here. This is Argo tinned tomato puree and some of the other brands. I think there was only one brand which I just couldn't find at all. So here it is. I really enjoyed doing this image, mainly because the tobacco advert really adds a lot of garish colour to something that probably didn't have a lot of colour back in those days. And here you can see I've contrasted my version of the genuine image, and you can see that everything is pretty much 100% lined up. So just leaves me to say thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.